Hello, friends. I'm a 28-year-old man living in a house in Illinois, and I got a story to tell you. What is it, you may ask? Well, I'm going to tell you something really terrifying that shook me for a while. Something so unusual for this world. So basically, I like to watch television, listen to music, and walk outside for a quick walk. I'm kind of lazy, but that's who I am and what I am. I do have a job. However, I live alone in a medium-sized neighborhood. Anyway, here was the story about something that shook me. It's a rainy day out. I've been watching television. I've been making fun of advertisements that played on air, especially calling people in advertisements morons or unfunny dipshits with no sense of humor whatsoever. I just like to do that for fun. You know how much I hate advertisements on television? I do the same for advertisements on YouTube. Yeah, I'm kind of an asshole if you ask me. To be honest, I love trash talking. You can't help it, but that's what I do. Anyway, one day, I was watching television and drinking beer. I'm around my 20s and I watched the news. I was watching the news. When commercial breaks started, I began talking shit. I turned off the television for my frustration and went to drink a cup of coffee. I went upstairs and grabbed my phone. There, I gripped my ear. I gripped those earbuds and popped them to the hole of the device. I began playing the two nice tunes of nice, relaxing, and fresh rain. That was until I hear something that was like a bump. I took off the earbuds and went downstairs to check on anything. The bump happened again, only to realize it's not louder, but getting quieter than usual. I'm still concerned on what this bump is. I went to my basement to check on anything there, but it stops there. But I'm still suspicious on what this was. I tiptoed to check on the storage and see nothing. I'm still a little suspicious of any burglars or some intruder in my house. Nothing there. I had to grab my knife to defend my house on this intruder that's inside. I had to defend myself in case of anything bad. I went back to the room to check on the bedroom closets. There isn't anything there. I grabbed my knife. Quaking and wheezing, my breath became heavier. The wetness in my skin gets deeper and deeper, while I'll have to go down. I know something that is here. It kept bumping and bumping, at least for a little bit. I came down to grab a glass of water, and I was beginning to kind of have a panic attack from this. I'm a very paranoid person. I just am when it comes to noises in my house. I quivered my knife on my hands while I wheezed nonstop. I said, God, what is in there? Things get worse now. I hear someone or something walking into the basement. I live in a house where it's quiet, quite easy to hear noises somewhere else. I can sense that whatever this thing is, it must be approaching something unusual somewhere. The sound is too low, to the point I could barely hear it, but it's still here. I seized my knife and agitated to go downstairs, but I have to. I went down, hoping the thing didn't hear me. I don't want any sound to get on my nerves. I approached the basement and checked on anything. I checked the closets, the storage units, nothing there, but here's where things attracted me while I gripped my knife while all quivered and shivered. I don't feel anything anymore. I feel so numb to see what was there. It was a secret door behind the tire from the wall, a door that led to another room below the basement. I'm a brave person. I went to the bottom, and now in this room, the room was quite wide, hushed, while I was still in fear. It has a bed and a table with a plate to it. But now, there was another door to another room below. Another door? Apparently, there is, and still the brave one. I went in. I wanted a glimpse to get rid of my hair-raising annoyance. I steadily walked towards the inside of the space below 2 underground. I went in, and there was nothing but darkness. There wasn't anything. Luckily, I have a flashlight in my pocket, so I could detect anything in this juncture. I don't have the flashlight on. It just seemed empty. I walked back to the ladders until I walked into something. I turned on the flashlights, and when the light gleamed on the thing, it made me shook. I was stunned, mouth opened, eyes sunk in fear while my heart kept pounding. I shivered in fear. I felt numb. I wanted to shriek for help, but I couldn't do something towards myself. I walked back, feet away from this thing. It wasn't normal looking. It was horrific. It wasn't normal. It gave me a look, and the thing walked to me and nudged on my face while it opened its mouth. He was a beast, so creepy. He looked odder than any other creature. He probably isn't considered a monster from his absolutely terrifying looks. I would think monsters look cute compared to that. It opened its nudge. The breath smelled so horrible and rotten. The breath of the creature would give the smell of rotting fresh flesh wonderful. Eeeeee. It went. It sticks its tongue out and licked my face. The creature would go back to his hole that was randomly dug, and I went back upstairs screaming in fear on what I just saw. It was unnatural. This is something that's just absolutely horrendous. Now I'm thankful to be alive. I don't know what that thing would have done to me.